Well, lads, we're just going to watch the marathon gameplay trailer that just came out today. Bungie just finished a live stream about 10 minutes ago and did 5 minutes of gameplay for Marathon, which has an alpha coming out soon. So what we see here, obviously, it won't probably be in the final game. So Marathon is an old point and click game from, I don't know, was it the 90s or the early 2000s?
I think it was literally like a text-based game.
Even there you go. But so they decided to make it into an extraction shooter. So let's see what the gameplay is like, and we'll give our
One thing I
opinions.
find weird is why do you made it like it's a point-and-click game, and they're like, oh yeah, let's turn it into like a
Adapt it.
obviously a
Yeah.
3D
Yeah.
like a extraction shooter.
Like the
It
main
just
thing
seems like
nowadays
they're
is like
just using the
roguelikes.
IP. It seems like just using the IP, but it's like it's very like.
Obviously,
Anyway, we'll see what it is now.
I'll give my opinion afterwards, but as a Destiny player, I'll come back to why I think they're after doing this. But anyway, let's get into the reaction and see what we have. Wink. What's that? 4 people, is it? No, 3.
It looks like the game's kind of stylized like Borderlands a little bit.
Yeah, it does have that kind of cell shading style.
I
So it's
wonder if it's
going.
going to be a big open world, and that's why they chose that style. Kind of make a game run better. Escape
By the way, epilepsy
dog.
warning, because holy shit.
Is a
It's
team-based
very
extraction
stylized.
shooter
Yeah.
set around the mysterious and cutthroat world of Tau Ceti 4. You are a runner, a cybernetic mercenary who's given up their human form for a biosynthetic shell with unique abilities and stats, capable of both tactical and fast-paced combat. Here you'll fight in a crew of up to 3 players across a variety of zones and points of interest. You'll face rival runners in zones of up to 18 players, countless security forces. and
Okay,
other
the UI's not too
warriors
clustered, which is nice.
to scavenge the remains of a lost colony for glory and fortune.
It reminds me more of Borderlands.
The
It has that
Yeah.
kind of vibe, yeah.
are filled with weapons, materials, and equipment you can scavenge throughout the map. Before deploying, you'll strategically build your loadout and select a runner to ensure you're equipped for the run ahead. Your objective is simple. Get in, gather as much loot as you can, and make it out alive. Die,
Pretty straightforward.
and all your gear will be up for grabs. Survive, and your loot can be taken into future runs as you grow in power and fill your vault.
That's just a standard
Death
extraction game, isn't it?
Yeah.
inevitable, but it's never the end. Think quickly on your feet and outplay your opponent. And in your next run, you and your teammates will be the ones coming out on top.
Come.
And even if you're down on your luck, factions can sponsor you with a fresh loadout, so you can get right back into the fight.
Okay, so a lot of Tarkov
Bungie
stuff.
brings its best-in-class first-person multiplayer action to the forefront. Dynamic and tactile gunplay, runners with unique playstyles, and customizable builds create highly dynamic.
I'll give my opinion again at the end, but I will say with the gunplay from Destiny, the gunplay on this will be good.
Zero run, or high rolling with powerful gear. You'll need to use your best judgment when you decide which fights to pick and how. Because no matter how geared you are, players with skill and strategy will always have the edge.
So there's going to be special abilities to deal with then as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big kind of
but not out. To streamline
It's gonna. I think that kind of make or breaks it
yeah.
with abilities.
I wonder if
does
it'll.
make or break it.
I wonder if it'll force you to have
you can overcome the
one of each character as a team of 3, or are you going to be able to choose, like, say, this big Titan lad, like big bulky lad,
I'd
like
say you
3
can
of the same?
choose. I'd say you can choose, but it's just going to be like
They'll discover a meta.
pros and cons.
Yeah.
Pros and cons. But there could be one that's completely broken. You see.
That's what I mean.
That's what I mean. Like, if
Yeah,
it's not balanced, then
there'll be a meta there,
play out the same.
and people will find that very quick,
Variable weather and unpredictable play.
especially if they have gear on the line, you know.
Adapt on the fly if you want to survive. Each run has a time limit, and anything can happen while you're chasing your objective. Looking to unlock upgrades or increase your faction reputation. Slip into the shadows as Void and ghost past your enemies.
I
Search
don't
the
know,
map
like
for rare
that's
materials and profit opportunities. without
Yeah,
being discovered.
having abilities like that in a game like this. I just
in an extraction shooter where it's
Yeah.
all loot, it's all loot based. It's
This would be better in just like a
Oh.
PvP game where it's like
Yeah.
18 teams.
yeah,
It's not suited to an extraction shooter.
yeah.
They should just double down on the PvP game where it's like a battle royale, but not. It's like big maps with this.
Experiment with team compositions, and the only limit to how you want to play your runner is your loot and imagination. Endgame challenges, ranked play, discovering secrets, seasonal storytelling, community events, and more all await you in Season 1, where you and your friends will start to unravel.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to sell you a season pass off the rip, obviously, which is to be expected. That's the common fucking given now at this stage.
From your next big score.
Very purple. Okay,
September 23rd, 2024.
that's
Jesus Christ.
pretty soon. That's very soon.
For closed alpha test.
That just for the alpha.
Jesus.
That's that's the alpha is releasing on the 23rd.
No. I think the game is coming to September 23rd, and the alpha will be coming up soon enough.
I don't think it is. I think it's saying this is when the alpha is going to release.
Well, a marathon gameplay coming 20 September. So join Discord to sign up for a closed
Yeah,
alpha.
I think they'd disclose it saying like alpha, closed alpha in September 23rd. I don't think they'd just say that. Like I think it actually is coming out.
I think it is actually. Like even that's confusing. That's
Yeah.
not really, like
It's not it's not very well done, but yeah. Look, as I just said there near the end, it doesn't suit an extraction game. It suits a PvP game where you have 18 different teams of 3 all fighting together to be the top dog or whatever to win. But
I just think like when you're having these games, like the variables is like, oh, you have better loot because you spent more time. But imagine you spend ages getting whatever, and then someone can just push whatever buttons or a special ability, go
Yeah.
invisible, and then one shot you in the back, and you're going,
Yeah,
cool.
like
That's
there's too many
10 hours
variables
of
then
content.
because you can't even be like, oh yeah, well I just lost that gunfight. You're like, oh well, this guy had a shield and he blocked me.
yeah,
I couldn't shoot him, or one was invisible and I couldn't see him, and the other one just I don't know what the other ability is, maybe smoke screen or something, and I couldn't see.
see that's why
There's
we
just too
don't
many
have
variant factors.
like that's why we don't have anything other than modern day modern day gunplay. We don't have anything outside of that realm for extraction shooters for a good reason like this. You have, different types of grenades, different type of ults, different types of abilities like a shield or a slide or go invis. It's like you're introducing too many mechanics to an extraction genre, which is it just is what it is. You have Tarkov, Call of Duty has one, Delta Force, all these types of extraction shooters. They're all modern day FPS. It's not like Aliens or fucking future warfare, you know what I mean? So again, it might work. We'll see what the alpha brings, but
Yeah, it'll be a make or break really.
it
Either
could be a
it'll
make or
do
break.
very well, or it's gonna flop day one.
But obviously, I'll give my opinion because as a Destiny player since the D1, they've taken most of the devs off of Destiny, put a shell team on Destiny to ship out this shit. Like, I'm sorry, Destiny is what funds this fucking game, and this could make or break Bungie if they're not
Sony's what
careful.
funds this game.
Huh?
Sony's what funds this game, not Destiny.
No, I know, but Sony are losing their bollocks on that Bungie purchase. Because ever since that Bungie purchase, Bungie have fucked up so many times. The last DLC, okay, it started well, the final shape, but now it's like we're in a bit of like limbo now, where it's like we finished the whole story of Destiny D1, D2 has all wrapped up. We've discovered why everything went wrong and what happened. We've killed it. The Guardians come out on top. It's all over. Now we're just getting random DLCs and random things because now it's, oh, you killed the final enemy, but his soul has now split off and you have other enemies now who are reawakened. It's like, cool, fucking reuse content, can't wait, yippee. Instead of maybe just saying, look, we need to make a Destiny 3. But they've done all that now. The saga of Light and Dark, obviously Rob and Ryan won't know about that, but for me, the saga of Light and Dark is done. Destiny is done. They're just making up random stories now as they go along because it doesn't follow anymore from the original story. Now they're just making a new one.
Just going back to this, like,
Mm.
I think it's just the thing about this extraction shooter thing. Again, like Bungie have never. I think it's a very nuanced game. It's a very specific game,
Let's leave that play in the
Hype.
background.
and I think you need to have a lot of experience. I think they're just going right. Let's bring all the elements of like Destiny. People like that game.
Yeah.
Now do extraction with it, so people like that game, and therefore you have people like Destiny, and all them abilities and XYZ, and you just merge them with extraction shooters. What can go wrong? Everyone likes both.
Like,
Had a
like
infinite
there's
money.
so much, even just from the trailer. I didn't want to comment because I'd just be talking during the whole thing. There's so much I can see resembling Destiny. It's fucking insane. That sniper, we have guns like that look like this. It's the same models. This type of art style for the buildings, we have all this. The guy that pulled out his shield, remember the big Hulk guy that pulled out his shield and ran?
Yeah.
We have that in the game. It's a Titan class.
I think that's what they're doing. They're building off both. They're saying like
Yeah.
it's kind of like they want something similar. Oh, Destiny people, they like that stuff, and then you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like something that's familiar, but
Yeah.
different enough with the different kind of style that it's like kind of fresh or fresh coat of paint. But it's like do what you do well to shooting, but I feel like with these extraction shooters, like it needs to be balanced extremely well. And when you start messing about with ults and stuff,
Yeah.
I think it might just cheapen things. Like just I
And
was actually playing
as
a bit.
well,
Go on.
they'd want to make sure that the map as well is actually half decent.
I say, well, yeah, I don't think there's going to be multiple maps. There'll be one big enough map. But again, because it's, what was it? Was it 3 on each team, 18 teams, wasn't it? Is what I think I
Yeah.
got from that. So, like, there will be a decent player base per match, but it might get very, like, again, look, the main reason we're going off these characters and builds and things like that, like that there, even that shot, that's very Destiny. You have...
No, it's gonna be Destiny though.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
it's basically when you're looking at this, my opinion is think of this as this isn't Marathon. Don't think of Marathon. Think of Destiny, the extraction shooter, because that's what you get. But it's recoded. But it's called Marathon.
Mm.
But that's what this is.
Enough though. We changed enough.
I don't think it
Again,
is
how we
because
start-
straight away, I seen. So in Destiny, you have 3 different characters: Warlock, Titan, who's big, and a Hunter who's stealthy. This bitch turned invisible and shanked someone. That's an ability in Destiny for one. That's a super. Same with this guy with his shield. That's the Titan ability. And then I don't know about this one. It doesn't actually show a lot of gameplay from the Warlock, basically, perspective of what I'm looking at. But that's what I'll be thinking going in. I'll probably play the alpha or the beta whenever it's out. If it's free, I'll try it. I'm not paying for the game to play a beta. Like, oh, pre-order whatever, and you get to play the beta a couple of weeks early. It's like, no. The beta's free. I'll try it. But
just to throw a situation out there because you play these, I don't really have much interest in these extraction shooters. But even I was playing a little bit of Overwatch too, and one of the most infuriating things is a tracer when it kills you,
Mm.
and the thing just goes invisible and shoots you in the back, and it just feels it doesn't ever feel going. Oh, it just always feels cheap.
Yeah.
And annoying. What's stopping people having this invisible ability? Of course, it's an extraction shooter. They're waiting where you extract and just going invisible and stab you in the back or ganking your team.
oh yeah,
Yeah, that is a
a team of
that's
3 waiting
like
on the extraction zone.
from like playing extraction shooters. Like I play Tarkov, and a big thing in that is just camping extractions. Literally
Mm.
just lying in a corner, waiting for the people to go up to whatever.
Can you
I see in that
imagine-
one, it's
It's
like
a major part
it's
of
like
the
a
game.
pod or something.
Mm.
It's like a
Can you
pod or
imagine
something that you have to
camping
extract from.
extractions, and now you have like a fucking an ability now to go invisible then as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's like OP or if that lasts like 10 seconds, whatever, Like you could even have one of your teammates looking at the thing from a distance with a sniper and going, "Yeah, they're coming up now," and you could just go invisible and then stab them. But I mean, you'd be communicating to somebody else if you wanted to and get all their stuff, and then like well, again, we're just kind of making assumptions, but I don't like that ability. I feel
Oh,
like
Mm.
that can cheapen it.
to just seeing that the Nomad has the ability to ping enemies
That's his
far
ult.
range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that like the guy from in Apex? Is one of them can do that? Is that like
Yes,
a
Bloodhound.
Bloodhound can do that.
yeah?
Yeah.
He does it. So it's kind of like that. I
Yes.
say.
Yeah, it's like that, and then the other one goes invisible. Then one's a big fucking riot shield.
But
So you can sit there at an extraction and just use that Bloodhound thing and be like, oh, they're fucking 100 meters away. Okay, go invisible now. Bang. Sit
yeah.
there, wait, knife them, and if you get any sort of resistance, pull out your shield. Get the other guy to pull out your shield and
In a
protect
in
you.
a
Look at that.
in a
Like,
yeah, in a game
oh,
like this,
Like,
the player base will discover a meta. If you don't load into this game, and you won't, you won't. I'm doing a hypothetical. If you don't load into the game and it asks you, okay, choose your character, and you basically like Overwatch, we'll relate it back to that. You know, Rob, you choose a character and that's locked. Then nobody else can choose them. If you don't introduce a system like that, people will discover a meta. And obviously, if the game releases with like a character that's slightly even, he could be tuned 0.5% more than the other two, you're going to get teams of 3 doing that all the time. Especially with this. Whereas, say, Delta Force or Tarkov, main one, it's all just everyone's the same, bar the loot you pick up. Everyone has like the same guns. You're all fighting for the same enemy, the same type of armor, things like that. This is different. You're now fighting abilities. So like shields and invisibility and getting shanked in the back, and I think it's just an accident waiting to happen. And there's going to be people who get pissed off very quick because it's like, oh, the fucking meta is shite this season. And then for me, it relates back to Destiny because it'll be the same thing. In Destiny, you have certain guns that are way overtuned than the rest to try and shift, like say, skins for said weapons or whatever. You're going to get a lot of that. So,
just comparing it, it doesn't really excite you in any other way. Like for extraction shooters, like it just kind of feels like,
it doesn't feel like
it
it'll rival them. It'll just sit alongside them.
I don't know. I just don't feel like it's even going to sit alongside them.
like, isn't Tarkov's kind of selling point is like this kind of like hyper realism? You get
Hyper
shot, you have to
realism,
like
yeah.
Yeah.
bandage up and this type of crack. This one is more like run and gun and special abilities and a bit faster, and it's kind of like a, I don't know what you call it, just
Yeah.
less, not sitting there healing yourself. It's more like Apex or something. You know what I mean? Just energy tank in your back. You got a shield now. You're going forward, fast paced, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. No,
From
definitely.
what little I'm looking at, it looks like it would kind of make an interesting battle royale.
That's what
More
I was
interesting
thinking.
battle
Yeah.
royale to rival like Apex
the-
or something. Or
Yeah, but
Well-
then Apex probably it's more known. It's hard competition.
I think Tarkov's way more known than I think it's a little bit more different. It might have a place in the market, but
I think the selling point is the fact that it's not the fact that Apex is more well known. It's the fact that Bungie is one of the most well known companies. They produce titles like Halo. They are such a
True.
well known. I know,
but the
but-
end of that.
but that's what I
But the
mean.
truth is
People
they're
will
trying to,
look at Bungie.
True, but you have to remember this isn't trying to compete with like Apex or anything. It's trying to compete with the extraction shooters, so your likes of Tarkov,
Yeah.
Delta Force. And the thing is, they don't have those abilities.
That's
and
where I think the downfall will be.
I think the total downfall of the game is going to be that because
Yeah.
whether you can be all three invisible Donnies or you can be just one of each, I still think it's going to be absolutely outrageous.
Yeah, agreed.
I
Definitely.
reckon they can, because I think in one part of it says choose your character and then choose your loadout or whatever.
Mm.
Wouldn't make any sense if like only one person could choose a favorite character and then the other two people is just like, right, well, I'm going to leave this team then. Like if you're playing
Yeah.
say like in a solo or you're searching, like what about if you join a lobby and one person's, you know what I mean, the invisible girl, and you want to be her and you go, right, I'm leaving this, go to the next one, I'm leaving this, going, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll have to just wait and see. But if the alpha, I'll probably stream or play the alpha when it does come out and let you guys know what I think of it. But yeah, just a short little video, just a review marathon, because it's one of the big titles coming up in 2025 into 2026.
Just quickly before I finish, I do think it's probably different enough that if it does hit, it has its own place.
Yeah,
I know
Yeah.
it's
it has a
not
market.
hyper realistic.
Mm.
It is a bit more kind of run and gun. So if people are looking to get into this and don't want hyper realism, it's something different.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
true.
the extraction shooters, it's
If it does it well, it definitely has a place in the market. But we have to just see how well they do it.
Hmm.
And if Destiny's anything to run off, I'm fucking shitting a brick. Huh. Well, that's us, lads. We'll see you in the next one, and leave in the comments what you think of the game. If you think it's going to be good, a flop, what you thought of the trailer. Let us know. And with that, best of luck, lads. Keep on lit. Good luck.